Now we're going to talk about some critical things. Substance, keeping the body, you and your loved ones, fueled, hydrated, and how do you do it? So that means food, water, and how to cook it, the different systems that are available to you, depending on your situation. Now, first we'll talk about water. Now, water is critical. It's life's blood, as I call it. The law of three says you can't last more than 3 days without water. And then when you have environmental factors that kick in, heat, even the cold, stress, it causes you to dehydrate a lot faster. When you dehydrate, your brain starts making not so good a decisions. So there's a lot of ways you can take care of your water needs. You can store water in these great 5-gallon water jugs. They make these great collapsible water jugs for camping that are also 5-gallon. You can stack these square babies up on the shelf somewhere and you can have a ton of them. They even sell shelf life water, if you can believe it, right? So anything you can put water in, there's 5-gallon jerry cans, Lifesaver water systems. They make a 5-gallon jerry can that actually has a pump on it with a filter, so you can make sure you're getting purified drinking water. Remember all the smaller systems we talked about in your bug out bag. You got a water filter system like the Grail GeoPress. You have water bottles out there like Life Straw that have an actual filter in it. Even bottled water. Some people, especially with hurricanes coming, they get stacks of cases of this bottled water. I would just suggest if you're storing it, try to keep it out of sunlight, because when you store plastic water bottles like this and they're in the sun, they can release some toxins from the plastic. So try to keep it covered up in a cool, shaded location. Shelf life emergency water. You can get cases of this stuff in boxes. Any container you can put water in to store it. If that's all you got and you're not on a big budget, use your empty milk jugs. Just clean them out, make sure they're washed out real well, fill them up, you're good to go. Make sure you have some filter systems. This is a lightweight MSR backpack water filter. You can pump water, guess where? How about out of your pool or your hot tub? If you know disaster is coming, empty that baby and fill it with clean water, leave the chlorine out of it. You can have a pool that's got 7,000 to 10,000 gallons of water waiting for you. Just cover it up with a pool cover or a big tarp, and that way a lot of crap doesn't get in there from the environment. But if it does, who cares? A few floaties is not going to take you out. It's when it starts sitting for too long and you start having bacteria in there. And you want to make sure you understand, if you're putting things on the shelf, put the date on it with a marker so you know how long it's been sitting there. Now, if you fill your pool up and it's been a week or so and it's hot weather, you might want to start using this filter or boiling it. Same thing with your hot tub or your gutter system. Take advantage of the rainwater. Have rain collection barrels outside your home. And there's the gutters now, they make it so that you can have like a screen on top of it so it catches all the leaves and the garbage, basically filtering the water from any debris before it even hits your 55-gallon rain collect system. Again, the Sawyer filter system's a really good one. And then there's always boiling, we'll get that to the cookery. They also have these UV pens where you put your water, you get your water in a cup or container, turn the little light on, and off you go. And you're kind of stirring it, and it takes, with the pens, it takes a certain amount of time, and it sterilizes it by UV and kills all the nasty things in there. So for water, another thing I recommend to people, if a hurricane's coming, they have these. You have your bathtub. You can fill that up. You got all your pots and pans, because if the water goes out, once it happens, not the time to, where's my water? Be prepared. Fill your bathtub up. Fill your sinks up. Fill all your pots and pans up. But remember, there's also, they make this bladder that fits in the inside of your bathtub. It's got like 50 gallons or 60 gallons of water. I don't remember. There's many different sizes, but use that thing. You can buy them, all right? Some people have out in their backyard, they've got these massive water systems that they fill up. For $250, you can buy yourself an Intex inflatable pool, and you can fill that up with water. So let's talk about pace when it comes to water. My primary system, if the water's running, there it is, flowing right out of my faucet. I have a filter system on my refrigerator, so I make sure I'm getting fresh drinking water. But next is my alternate plan. The water goes out. Might need to mean I go to this water jug here, or I filled some other containers up. My contingency plan might be the water I just filled up in my bathtub because I know a hurricane's coming and the water is going to go out. And my emergency plan might be break out the shelf water. You know, depending on what situation you are, you could be in a rural area or somewhere. Folks dig wells. They have wells in their backyard that they dig as an emergency plan. You may be in the city. Do you know where there are water sources right outside your apartment complex that you could possibly go to, like a fountain perhaps, or maybe a local pond in the park, where you can use one of these water filter systems to get yourself some fresh drinking water? The point is, make sure it fits your plan and you know your area and what's around.